Man.
I mean,
Yeah, because it flips around the whole yard.
Rotate your
Normally.
phone.
So,
amazing
so
audience.
now
We
it's
are
flipping.
live with.
I'm all in the shadow, though. You see it?
He said flipping. He was talking about the camera.
Okay. But
Yeah.
you see this dark spot over here? I'm all dark.
You look great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I feel great, too.
Amazing audience. We are live with Jamie Slingerland. Jamie, it's a great pleasure to connect with you. This is what, the second time we've connected face to face?
Face to face? Yes.
Wow.
Second time.
Yeah.
You move in a little bit.
You look. Yeah. Thank you. I feel.
Am I too close for you? I feel a little uncomfortable?
No, I feel good.
Okay.
Your hands are so tender.
No. Appreciate it.
So Jamie Slingerland is an amazing guy. He was actually episode number 2 of the podcast, right? Which puts us back in like early 2016, which is fascinating.
That being 2 is a little bit frustrating. I had a goal to be the 12th episode, but you picked somebody more special than me.
So Jimmy, tell me, what's the update? I mean, from the last time we spoke, what are you doing? What are you up to? What's going on in your world?
A lot of things going on. I've done a little bit of travel with the family. Me and Ruthie and my daughter Cecilia were in Paris.
Sweet.
Well, we talk a lot, so
Yeah,
not a lot has happened since we've talked
we
that,
last
but
talked.
we have a lot going on,
Yeah.
though.
Tell me, I mean, one of the things you have been focusing on is family, freedom, and faith.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a bit more about that, please.
Yeah, so we've been self-employed for 6 or 7 years now,
Right?
and now we're just starting to really find our groove where we travel as a family and we don't really miss a beat with our work. Me and Ruthie, we take our work with us, and I don't know, kind of like, I think what's happened is we've kind of eliminated that word vacation out of our vocabulary, and instead we've integrated travel. So we travel often, but we're not really escaping to necessarily relax or unplug. We just take our amazing life with us wherever we go.
Which is fun, right? So anywhere the family is, the home is.
Exactly.
Now, that's great.
So we have a home base here in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, it's great here.
Yeah.
The backyard is amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
You were number 2 on the podcast, and if I'm not mistaken, you have a podcast now.
I do. And I need to thank you for a lot of that, because amazing audience, Angel Jones has been my podcast mentor.
You like to play.
I'm not playing. I've watched you grow your audience and watched you improve your chops, and just being my friend has given me confidence to follow in your footsteps. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Tell us about the podcast. What's the name of it?
Yeah, so our podcast, there's me and 3 other guys. It's called the Entrepreneurial Family Man. It has me, Michael McGreevy, Chris Niemeyer, and Chris McCluskey. And so we're 4 guys who love our wives, we love our kids, and we're also entrepreneurs. We want to make money and live an amazing life. But we don't think that you need to be a successful entrepreneur and sacrifice your family. And so, I mean, there's a lot of people in this space that are like, you got to grind and thrash and work 80 hours to make it happen. We're kind of like I don't know if we're the life hack guys, but we think that you don't have to grind.
Yeah, so hard.
Yeah. And maybe you have to build things a little bit slower,
Yeah.
but you can bring your family with you. I guess it goes along with the work smarter, not harder kind of thing.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one thing I've always seen you do, and I love it. What's the best place for people to connect with you, even with the podcast?
Probably just Facebook. We have a private Facebook group that's for people in our tribe, but that's a place where maybe you want to ask for an invite into it. Maybe after you checked out our podcast, find out if...
Yeah, I'm a part of that group.
Yeah, it's a small group of, Christian men that want to have success in their marriage and their family, and also kind of, I think building a lifestyle business is really important to the people in that group. It's about how we do our work. Does that make any sense?
It does.
Yeah, it's not just about doing work that you love. It's sort of about how can you work in a way that gives you the life that you want.
Yeah. I just thought about something. Your wife is going to be on here after.
Uh-oh.
She's going to make you look as though You didn't know what you were doing on this interview.
I'm just being myself. I can do that with you. We're just buddies hanging
Your
out.
own unique real self.
Yes.
But you know she's better than you. What's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Ruthie.
Yeah.
But this is not the Ruthie show. She'll be on in, if it's a 12-minute convo, she'll be on in like 5 minutes from now. So.
One of the segments we cover is your own unique real shoes. In your scenario, it's your own unique real slippers, flip-flops,
Chanclas.
Crocs, right? And one of the things we've seen is that individuals see your slippers, and they don't necessarily see the steps you've walked, the challenges you have, the struggles you've had. What is one struggle you've had over the last year?
Oh man, just to give one, I've had multiple struggles. I think health has been a struggle. To stay fit, to eat well and exercise regularly. It's a challenge in a busy schedule to get out and exercise, I think.
Yeah. How do you overcome that challenge? Or even approach the idea of overcoming it?
I think you got to take small steps.
Immediately.
Literally, small steps.
Taking small steps behind us.
So, like in the mastermind group that I'm in, we're doing a 12-week year, and a lot of us have health goals.
Yeah.
And I think the tendency would be to have a really huge goal and then just fall off the bandwagon. So for me, I'm trying to do 10,000 steps a day and then drink a lot of water.
But you look great, though. I think you look better in terms of you've lost weight. You seem as though you're healthier.
I receive it.
Time. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you look great. The hat added,
Yeah. The camera adds 10 pounds, though, so I'm feeling kind of fluffy right now.
What do you regret? Are there any regrets?
In the last 12 months?
Yeah, we could do 12. I like 12.
12 years?
In the last 12 months.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I'm definitely a person that has regrets. Like, I hear people say, like, oh, I have no regrets. I'm like, really? How can you not wish you would have done things differently, especially if you have insight?
Yeah.
I think I need to reflect a little bit more on that, but...
Yeah. That's good. What are you excited about?
I'm excited about the next couple months. I got a couple trips that I'm doing, one with family, one with some friends. I'm going to podcast movement in a couple of weeks.
Sweet.
That'll be fun.
July 21st, right?
Yeah, you going to be there?
No, the schedule does not allow it. Yeah.
You're not omnipresent like the Lord?
Oh, that would have been great. Like, those...
Just pop in?
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah. Absolutely. What else you got? I kind of dodged a couple questions, so move on to the next
So you're
one.
excited about traveling, right? When you heard that this guy from the Caribbean was coming to meet you a second time around, what did you think?
Well, I thought this years ago, but I've always known you're kind of crazy.
Okay.
I know you're a 7 on the Enneagram like me.
Yeah.
So we have a higher threshold to be crazy than a lot of other people.
Yeah. Good
So-
crazy though, right?
Well, for us, it would be like our version of an exciting life is torture for other people.
Explain the Enneagram for those who don't know.
So the Enneagram is a personality profile where there's 9 types, and it's helped me a lot with my marriage. Having empathy for your partner, yourself, people around you, friends, it's been good. But the 7 type is the adventurer, the thrill seeker. What else do they call it? The enthusiast.
Enthusiast.
Yeah. But
We are the enthusiasts.
yeah. Typically, if you know the disc profile, we're high eyes. We're like the life of the party kind of people that enjoy powerful conversations.
Powerful conversations.
Yeah.
How have you seen conversations impact your life, Jamie?
I think there's like pivotal moments in life where you have like one big conversation where maybe like, that's a really loaded question. I think, like, I don't know if it was Stephen Covey or who said that, but you can boil down like the big things in your life that happened in like 3 or 4 times when there was like a catalyst or something.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times those could be conversations where something happens where you see a new possibility or you make a decision because you have clarity or...
What about the conversation with yourself? How powerful is that conversation?
It's probably the most powerful one, right? You take responsibility for... Yeah.
As a father of 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are those conversations with them?
those conversations are going pretty good, I think. I know. I feel like with the people that are closest to you, it's not necessarily, there shouldn't be a goal of having like one big conversation. It should be a lot of small conversations where you're continually kind of building that rapport and trust. And
Yeah.
can I flip? What do you think about that?
The conversations I have with my children.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Like seeing how other families through their travels communicate with their children really adds a model of improvement. I think I can improve in the way I have communications and conversations with my family. It's fascinating, like to see the way men speak to their wives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that has fascinated me a lot. The gentleness, the patience. Not that I'm mean, but I usually get to the point really fast.
Mm-hmm.
But to see the workaround, like I think it's beautiful. So conversations with others are important. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me that question. Do you have any other questions?
No, I have lots of questions, but this is the Angel Jones show. So.
Well, Jamie, this has been a great pleasure. Before we close, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Oh, enjoy your weekend, everybody. It's a beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
That was wonderful. Jamie Slingerland, thank you, my friend, for being on what is inspired by 12-minute convos with Angel Jones. You are my brother.
It's been my pleasure. Angel Jones.